The manifesto of Luigi Mangione has been leaked. An independent journalist on X has gotten his hands on the 262-word document that describes, I guess, the thought process when he decided to assassinate UnitedHealthcare CEO Brian Thompson. Also, Luigi is fighting extradition into New York. But first, let's take a look at this manifesto. Exclusive, Luigi's manifesto. He says, I've obtained a copy of suspected killer Luigi Mangione's manifesto. Of course, this is the independent journalist talking about how he got this document. The real one, not the forgery circulating online. Major media outlets are also in possession of the document, but have refused to publish it and not even articulated a reason why. So I guess CNN, MSNBC, the legacy media, they all have this, but they are not reporting on it. My queries to the New York Times, CNN, and ABC to explain the rationale for withholding the manifesto, while gladly quoting from it selectively, have not been answered. I'll have more to say on this later on how unhealthy the media's drift away from public disclosure is. But for now, here's the manifesto. And this is it right here. Quote, Luigi Mangione. To the feds, I'll keep this short because I do respect what you do for our country. To save you a lengthy investigation, I state plainly that I wasn't working with anyone. This was fairly trivial. Some elementary social engineering, basic CAD, a lot of patience. The spiral notebook, if present, has some straggling notes and to-do lists that illuminate the gist of it. My tech is pretty locked down because I work in engineering, so probably not much info there. I do apologize for any strife or traumas, but it had to be done. Frankly, these parasites simply had it coming. A reminder, the U.S. has the #1 most expensive healthcare in the world, yet we rank roughly number 42 in life expectancy. United is the, and then in square brackets, indecipherable. I guess this was written by hand, so maybe he had some sloppy handwriting. United is largest company in the U.S. by market cap, behind only Apple, Google, Walmart. It has grown and grown, but as our life expectancy, no. The reality is these, another indecipherable, have simply gotten too powerful, and they continue to abuse our country for immense profit because the American public has allowed them to get away with it. Obviously, the problem is more complex, but I do not have space, and frankly, I do not pretend to be the most qualified person to lay out the full argument. But many have illuminated the corruption and greed, e.g. Rosenthal and more, decades ago, and the problems simply remain. It is not an issue of awareness at this point, but clearly power games at play evidently, I am the first to face it with such brutal honesty, end quote. So there we go. That is the manifesto from Luigi Mangione. Also, Luigi Mangione has been denied bail, and he is currently fighting extradition into New York City. Alvin Bragg is getting Kathy Hochul involved to try to help him out with getting Luigi extradited to New York. But this says a day after Luigi Mangione was arrested in the killing of UnitedHealthcare CEO Brian Thompson, prosecutors in New York City sought to extradite the suspect on multiple charges as new details about his possible motive begin to emerge. Mangione, who is represented by this attorney right here, Thomas Dickey, said he would fight extradition during a hearing Tuesday afternoon at the Blair County Courthouse in Pennsylvania. Mangione was denied bail, which the judge said he can contest within 14 days. The Manhattan District Attorney's Office confirmed to USA Today that it would seek a governor's warrant for Mangione's extradition. So that means Alvin Bragg, who is the DA over there in New York City. Yes, Alvin Bragg, the same one that went after Donald Trump for all the hush money charges. But he is getting Kathy Hochul, of course, who is the governor for New York. He is getting her help because he wants a warrant for Mangione's extradition. Goes on to say, wearing an orange jumpsuit, Mangione arrived at the courthouse in a police vehicle and yelled out a statement that appeared to include the phrase, I did a video on this earlier today, quote, insult to the intelligence of the American people, as sheriff deputies led him away. An arrest warrant filed Tuesday in New York City says Mangione, 26, faces charges of second-degree murder, 2 counts of criminal possession of a weapon in the second degree, criminal possession of a forged instrument, and criminal possession of a weapon in the third degree. The Ivy League's graduate from a well-to-do family was arrested Monday in Altoona, Pennsylvania, after a customer at a McDonald's spotted him and alerted the restaurant. Yes, and he was caught with all of the instruments that you would expect in an assassination. A gun, apparently it's a ghost gun, 3D printed gun with a silencer. He had, fake IDs. He had the manifesto, and also something that's not really being reported on as much, but it was talked about very briefly by, I believe it was CNN. He had a Faraday bag full of cash that he denies knowing about. He says, I don't know where it came from. The weird part is it was filled with apparently $10,000. $8,000 of it was American dollars and $2,000 of it foreign currency. So very, very peculiar there. But he is fighting extradition, and his manifesto, pretty straightforward. Apparently he is unhappy with the healthcare system. So what do you guys think of this? Let me know down below what you think. Like and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. But until then, I'll see you on the next one.